Hi, this is a video about making the canvas placemats, and I've been asked do the edges ravel, and I think when you cut the placemat out, now you put a coat of, if you've seen my tutorial on how to make placemats, we put a coat on each side of a piece of material that's measured out. Then we cut the placemat after it already has one coat on each side of the material, and we cut out the shape, whatever your shape is. And then we're going to paint the placemat again with the second coat on each side. And it's really important when you do paint that you are covering the edge. And this is what's going to keep your canvas from unraveling. And this is what we do on the edges of our hems, on the rugs too. We always paint that raw canvas edge, even though it's sewn, and even it's just to help keep it from raveling. Also, when we varnish, when we varnish, we're also going to make sure that varnish goes on the edge. So there's really no danger of this raveling, but there is sometimes it feels a little rough. There might be just a little piece of canvas or paint that just feels rough on your hand. And so what I like to do is just take a very light piece, not a heavy piece of sandpaper, and just lightly sand around the edges. And I'm not talking about this, like sanding down all of your paint and your varnish that you've spent so much time to carefully seal the edges. But if it just feels rough on your finger, some little piece of paint or material that's kind of like sticking out, you can just lightly, sand that off. And so that's a finishing touch that I do on my placemats. Now, I have seen placemats that were sewn, but not a hem like we do on our canvas rugs. I tried that and it just doesn't lay flat. So, but I have seen canvas placemats that had stitching around the edges, and that will help prevent it from raveling. But also, you always need to use paint and varnish around the edges. Okay, so this is for your table runners, your placemats, and for your coasters. This was a placemat. These are placemats that were made during a class in my studio, and these are stamps, and these were stamps, and these were leaves that we picked out of our yard, and we did some simple stamping in the class. And so you can paint the other side or just leave the other side a solid color. Or sometimes I like to do